Hello everyone, welcome to the Eastern Elite Volleyball Championships in Halifax and Nova Scotia at the Canada Game Centre. It's the moment you've been waiting for. If you cheer for the 17U girls teams, here is your gold medal championship matchup between Team Nova Scotia and Team New Brunswick. My name is Raisa Lalani. I've got your call for this game. We are about an hour behind on schedule. This one scheduled for 12:30, but folks, it is playoffs and these teams are battling it out to the very last point to see who is going to win. Both teams on the court here. Heading back to serve here is Carrie, your setter of Team Nova Scotia. Jump float, and a little bit of a missed contact on that one. That one going under the net, point going to Team New Brunswick. Heading back to serve here now is Bolden for Team New Brunswick. Float serve, that ball is passed up by Como. Swing from the left side, and that is a huge kill for Nichols. Heading back to serve here is Reardon. Jump float. That ball passed up by Daigle. A beautiful X run there by New Brunswick. Unfortunately, not hitting it over the net. But a nice tricky play to keep Nova Scotia's defense on their toes. Reardon back to serve. That ball passed up by Gauvin. Swing in the seam, dug up by Nova Scotia, but up there to make sure it doesn't come over is Henwood, and that is going to be a New Brunswick point. Back to serve here is Melanson. That ball is passed up, set to the left. Swing to 6, picked up by Melanson. And a big double block there. Swing in the middle from Henwood, dug up by Carey. And a tough ball there for Nichols, trying to take a little bit off, but taking a little too much off on that one. And that is going to be a point for New Brunswick. Back on the line here is Melanson. And a little bit of a tip touch on that one from Shive, and that is going to be a New Brunswick service ace. Melanson with the serve, and that one is going to be tracked out of bounds by Team Nova Scotia's passing line. That is a point for NS. Heading back to serve here now is Merrick. Float serve, that ball's passed up by McWilliam. Tip over by Henwood, and a little bit of a hesitation on who's going to dig that. Perfectly placed tipped. Team New Brunswick with the score. Serving the ball here is Henwood. Reardon with the first contact, chased down by Carey to the left. Shive with the free ball down the line. And a back row attack down the line. That's a nice touch there by the libero, Como. Free ball over. And a big 30, and that is a huge swing to Chana with the kill. A nice set there from Bolden. A great play from New Brunswick. Heading back to serve once again here is Henwood. Reardon with the first contact. Carey setting it out to Shive. Shive with the sing to Chana with the block. Dumped over. Free ball pushed down the line. A nice hustle play by Reardon. Free ball over from Filippo. McWilliam swinging from the left side. and just getting underneath that ball rather than on top. That one sailing out of bounds on her point Team Nova Scotia after some incredible hustle from the back row. Nichols back to serve. Float serve, and that one is going to land out of bounds. Point NB. Back to serve is Gauvin. Como with the first contact. Shive is going to set it up for Filippo in the middle, who's going to tip it. McWilliams setting up Bolton with the roll shot from the left. Shive now reaching for that ball. It's picked up by Melanson. McWilliam down the line this time. Nichols with the dig, and there is Tachana to throw that ball back down. Tachana is an incredible player in the middle. Nothing gets by her, and she knows how to kill a ball. Gauvin back to serve. That ball is passed up by Nichols. A step to Filippo, and she knows where to put that ball when there's a double block. A nice tip behind the blockers to score. That's going to send Shive back to serve. Tachana with the first contact. It's going to be set up for the back row. Melanson with a huge swing, and that is going to land in the deep corners of the court. And that is going to be a point for New Brunswick. McWilliam heading back to serve now. And that serve's going to find the floor. A little bit of a tough call there for Como, thinking that that one is going to fly out of bounds, but it does drop at the last minute. McWilliams serving ace. And another service ace, this time going between the seam of two passers. And we are going to see a timeout called from the Team Nova Scotia side. McWilliam back to serve here for Team New Brunswick. 11 serving 5. Float serve, and it's going to hang on top of the tape and trickle over. Unlucky for Team Scotia and great for Team New Brunswick. Not much you can do on that ball. McWilliam back to serve again. And that one's going to sail out of bounds on her. Team Nova Scotia point. Heading back to serve for them is Filippo. And that one's going to spin off her hand in the wrong direction, and that is going to be a point for Team New Brunswick. Heading back to serve here now is your middle, Tachana. That ball is passed up and thrown over. Set to the left side, Melanson with the swing. A good dig there from Nichols. Carey with the roll to 1. Melanson again going even sharper, but it is picked up by Reardon on the left, and she's going to tip that ball. New Brunswick's defense keeping it alive, and a huge heads-up play from Bolden there. Not able to make a tough set, and instead just putting it over into the pot as she's a front row setter. Nice dump to Channa back to serve. And that ball caught one of the airwaves as it is just flying out of bounds here for both of these teams. And we've seen that a little this weekend. The Canada Game Center has some interesting airflow because sometimes the ball just picks up and takes off. Carey back to serve. Daigle getting a touch on it. Free ball over from McWilliam. Reardon with the pass set into the middle, and there is a tip from Nova Scotia's Merrick, but there is a double block to stop that tip from going over. Float serve, passed up by Shive. Carey getting it off the net, and unfortunately Merrick trying to get that one from behind her and not able to put that ball over. That is going to be a New Brunswick point. New Brunswick really taking a heavy lead here now, 16-7. So we are going to see a Team Nova Scotia timeout. Both teams back on the court for this gold medal match. 17U girls, Team Nova Scotia and Team New Brunswick. Thanks so much for tuning in. Beginning of the game here. This is the first set, and a nice chase down there from Nova Scotia. Free ball over from Como. Daigle with the free ball pass set to the middle. Henwood finding the deep corners of the court, and it is going to score. Back to serve for Team New Brunswick is your setter, Bolden. And that serve is going to put Team Nova Scotia in trouble. It looks like they are just a little bit out of sorts here on some crisp contact. Needing to clean it up a little here as Team New Brunswick is putting on the pressure. Bolden with the serve. Reardon setting it out to the left. And a good attempted control shot there from Nichols, but it is going to land out of bounds. Serving the ball once again here is Bolden. And that one is going to land just outside the boundaries of the court, and that is going to be a Team Nova Scotia point. Reardon with the serve, passed up by McWilliam. Free ball put over from Henwood. A little bit of miscommunication on both sides. A tip over from Nichols, picked up by Daigle, set to the right. And a good try and a tug there from Melanson, going down the line away from the blocker, but just not quite executing that one, but a good try there. Back on the line, here is Reardon. McWilliam with the first contact, chased down, set to the left, off the blockers, but it looks like we are going to see a net violation call on Team Nova Scotia after that block, which is an unfortunate error after a good play, but that is going to be a Team New Brunswick point. And this is Melanson with the serve. That one's going to hit the top of the tape. Not quite making it over. Team Nova Scotia is going to get that point. And back to serve. Here comes D'Entremont, who has been subbed in for Merrick to lead some spark on the back line as a server. Float serve. That ball's passed up by McWilliam. Chased down. Free ball over from Melanson. D'Entremont with the first contact. That ball set to the right. And a little bit of a missed touch there from Smith on the right side. And there is a big serve from Henwood. Filippo in the middle. That is picked up by Bolton. Carey setting it to the right. There's Smith with a high swing off the blocker's hands. Dug up by Melanson. Bolden with a nice set to the right. Smith trying to get it again, but just tripping over her setter's foot. And that is going to be a New Brunswick point. Serving the ball here is Henwood. That ball passed up by Shive, set out left to her. She's going to take a tug on it, but it is going to hit the top of the net. And New Brunswick can do no wrong here as they get closer and closer to the end of this first set. 23 serving 10. Henwood back at the line. Shive with the first contact. Carey's going to set it to Smith. Smith with a big tug on it. And that is going to go out of bounds. Point New Brunswick. Henwood with the serve. Reardon's going to pass that ball up. Set to Filippo in the middle, and she's going to swing at it. But she hit the top of the tape, and there you have it, folks. That first set over just like that, 25-10. A tough break there for Team Nova Scotia as Team New Brunswick put the pressure on and played some consistent volleyball, but that's why it's great to play this sport. We're going to start fresh here with another set coming up right after the teams switch sides. Welcome back to the Eastern Elite Volleyball Championships gold medal game here between Team Nova Scotia and Team New Brunswick. Team New Brunswick having a great first set, taking that one 25-10, but it is all squared up at zeros here as we start a fresh set. Nova Scotia putting that free ball over, a nice save. Daigle with the pass, set in the middle, and a big block there, but some nice cover from New Brunswick. Tip over, picked up by the hands of Bolden. And a swing from the left is going to go out of bounds. A nice try there from New Brunswick. But Nova Scotia is going to earn the first point of this set. And heading back to serve is Carey. Float serve. Daigle with the pass. Set into the middle. Henwood sneaking it past the blocker, and that is going to score. Back to serve is Melanson. Reardon with the pass. And it's a little bit too tight for Carey to get to. That's going to be a service ace. Melanson with the serve. And that one is going to sail over top of the passers and out of bounds. Point Nova Scotia. Back on the service line now is Reardon. And that one is going to sail out of bounds. Point Team New Brunswick. Henwood back at the line now. That one's going to hit the top of the tape. Point Team Scotia. Trading points here on the service line. Merrick back to serve. And that one's going to hit the top of the tape, and another back and forth action here between these two teams. Gauvin looking to break the missing streak here. And there's a tough serve. Reardon with a nice pass off of it. Smith with the tip, and that tip is going to score into the pot of New Brunswick's defense. Smith back to serve. Passed up by Gauvin. Dumped over, and there it is again. Bolden with the clever plays, knowing just when the defense won't read it. 5 serving for McWilliam back to serve. That ball out of bounds. Point Team Scotia. Jump float from Nichols, passed up by McWilliam, set out to the left. Melanson taking a tug on it. It's going to go off of Carey's hands, up and over, and New Brunswick gets lucky with that one from the miscommunication on Team NS's side. And that's going to send Tachana back to serve. That ball is passed up by Reardon. Carey with the chase down. Free ball over from Nichols. Melanson with the first contact. A step by Henwood. A nice cover there. Attempt from Gauvin, but that ball just thrown down by the blockers. A nice solid wall up there by Team Nova Scotia. And Filippo is going to head back to serve here now for Team Nova Scotia. And that ball is passed up and over and out of bounds. Point Team Nova Scotia. Jump float. That ball is passed up by McWilliams, set out to the left. A roll by Melanson, picked up by Filippo. Free ball over Daigle, taking the first. Henwood in the middle. There's a big block in from Reardon. A good save there from Nova Scotia, but a swing and a miss for that third one, and a nice job there from Bolden to just hit that one over with some control. And she's going to go back to serve. That ball passed up, set to the middle, and a nice swing there from Merrick. But unfortunately, she did touch the tape in the middle of that swing, so that is going to be a net violation called. New Brunswick point. Bolden back to serve. That ball passed up by Nichols, set out to the left. Reardon with a swing off of hands. McWilliam getting that contact on the dig. And a big swing from Melanson, but it is up from Nichols. Free ball over from Team Nova Scotia. Tip over to the pot, picked up by Como. Set in the middle, and a good try there from Merrick, but that one is going to go out of bounds on the side. And Bolden back to serve. That ball passed up by Nichols. A little bit too tight. Carey not able to get that one off the net. Team NB point. And it looks like we're going to see a Team Nova Scotia timeout called here as Team New Brunswick is pulling away with the lead. Both teams back on the court here, and on the line for New Brunswick here is Bolden. Jump float, Como with the first contact. Carey setting out to the left, Reardon taking a tug on it. It is passed up by Daigle, a set to the right, and hitting it off the hands is Melanson from the right side. Bolden still back to serve here. Jump float, that ball is passed up. Set to the middle, and a throwdown showdown there from Merrick. Tipping that one deep into the corner. Your setter for Team Nova Scotia, Carey back to serve. Float serve, that one is going to land out of bounds. Tracked by the passers. And that is going to be a Team New Brunswick point, and we'll send Melanson back to serve. That ball passed up. Set to the middle, a nice pick up there from Bolden. That ball is still alive from New Brunswick. Reardon with the first contact. Carey putting it over. And a swing cross court for Gauvin, and that is some impressive defense, getting those one-arm touches on those balls. Melanson serving the ball here. Reardon with the pass. Como taking the second free ball over from Carey. Daigle with the pass. And there's a big swing in the middle, but it is dug up by Nichols from the back row. She's going to swing at it in return. And a dump over from Bolden, and that is going to score. A little bit of a carry there from Nova Scotia's blocker. 14-8 here. (14-8) for New Brunswick, and that serve coming from Melanson, and that is going to be a service ace. Team New Brunswick point. Melanson back at the line again. And another big serve, but a little too big this time, flying out of bounds. Team Nova Scotia point. That serve trickling over the tape. McWilliam with a swing into the blocker's hand, and there is a huge block from Team Nova Scotia's Shive. Reardon back to serve. It looks like we're going to get a substitution here from the New Brunswick side. Coming into the match is Legier. And she's going to come back to serve for New Brunswick. And that ball is passed up by Nichols, set out to the left. She's going to take a tug on it off of the hands. Bolden with the dig. McWilliams from the left. And it looks like we're going to get a call on that set, a double contact call on Team Nova Scotia's set. Back to serve, here is Legier. Float serve, that ball is passed up by Reardon. Set to the middle, taking a tug on it is Merrick, and she is going to blow it through the blockers. And that is going to be a point for Team Nova Scotia. Back to serve here is Merrick. That ball is passed up. Set to the right. Gauvin taking a tug on it. Reardon with the dig. A nice save attempt there from D'Entremont. A tough ball as she got to the net and tried to clear it before getting a violation. Serving the ball is Gauvin. That ball is passed up, chased down, set to the left, and it is hit off the hands. A good dig there by Gauvin. And a back row attempted try there by Legier. And it looks like we have a new setter in coming here for New Brunswick. That ball is passed up by Bolden. And they're going to run an X, and it is going to score. Bolden going from setter to hitter out of the middle in one swift point. And she's going to earn that point for her team. Back to serve here is McWilliam. That ball is passed up by Reardon. A step to Filippo. She's going to throw that tip deep down the line. A very smart play on her, and that's going to be a point for Team Nova Scotia. Back to serve here for Team NS. Here is number 8, Nichols. 13 serving 19 in this second set, and it is a gold medal match here between these 17 new teams. That ball is passed up, set to the right. Bolden with the swing down the line, and it's going to go on top of the tape, but it is going to score. And we have a substitution coming into the match here is Merrick. And coming out is Legier after a great job back row for her team. And Tachana is going to serve the ball here for New Brunswick. That ball is passed up. Set to the left. Reardon trying to take a tug on it, but there are 2 blockers there, not letting it go by them, and they are now past the 20-point mark, and we are going to see a timeout called by Team Nova Scotia. Tachana back to serve here for Team New Brunswick. And that ball is guided out of bounds by the passer Reardon. And that is going to be a Team Nova Scotia point, as they need as many as they can get here. Team New Brunswick up 1-0 and up 14 serving 21 here for Team Nova Scotia. On the line is Filippo. Daigle with the pass. That ball set out to the left. Good try covering the ball there, but it looks like it did hit the net and not a blocker's hand. Team NS point. Back on the line, here's Filippo. Float serve. McWilliam with the pass up and over. Nichols grabbing the first. And a big swing into the deep part of the court. McWilliam getting a paw on it, but that one not going up high enough for a second contact. Team NS point. Filippo back to serve. Float serve. Daigle looking to pass that one, but that one landing just a little bit too low. And that is what Team Nova Scotia needs. They need Filippo to bring them back into this one. 17 serving 21. Float serve. Passed up by Bolden. Set out to the left. A big block there, but some nice cover trying to get that off the net. A tough ball there for New Brunswick. 18-21. Still serving the ball here is Filippo. Jump float. That ball is passed up. Fram trying to get it, but it looks like we are going to get a call on Merrick at the net there, trying to reach over too far as Fram tried to set that ball. Heading back to serve, here is number 3, Bolden, who is now setting as Fram has come off the court. That ball set to the left. Reardon with a big swing, and that is going to land in the deep corners of the court. A nice swing there from the left side. And heading back to serve here is D'Entremont. A libero and a setter for Team Nova Scotia in the setting role at the moment. And that ball is out of bounds, but taken by a passer. And a little miscommunication led for that one to turn into a serving ace. D'Entremont back to serve. McWilliam with the pass. Bolden setting it out to the left. A huge swing down the line, and that is going to find the inside of the court. What a crisp shot there from Gauvin. And that's going to take Melanson back at the line. 23-20, a timely shot there for New Brunswick as Team Nova Scotia looking to make the big comeback. Reardon with the pass. D'Entremont is going to give it to Reardon. Reardon down the line, picked up by Daigle. Gauvin from the right. She's going to go cross court this time, but it is out of bounds. Point, Team Nova Scotia. Reardon with the serve for Team Nova Scotia. Daigle with the first contact. Bolden with the save. A free ball pushed over from the middle. And it looks like Smith touched the net, trying to save that pass off of the net. And that is going to put New Brunswick in a position to win it 24-21. They're going for the gold medal on this serve. Here is Henwood. Reardon with the pass. D'Entremont in the middle. And that ball's not going to make it over the tape. And there you have it, folks. Team New Brunswick are your 17U girls gold medal winners here at the Eastern Elite Volleyball Championships. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't go anywhere. We still have one more game. It is going to be the 15U's gold medal match, and it is another New Brunswick Nova Scotia battle coming up. This one's scheduled for 1:40. We're a little bit behind here, so it'll probably start in about 20 minutes. Stay tuned.